So this is a weekly chart of Bitcoin.
Yes.
So here we're kind of in the trajectory to go up to roughly 8K,
Oh, that's good
8,000.
news. That's good news.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen shortly, perhaps next month.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna hit massive resistance and perhaps retracement up to the triangle, which can go back to revisit 63.22.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're in for some rough zigzags.
Yeah, exactly. So it may coincide with a market drop as well. So it seems to be a little bit correlated right now. So once the stock market goes up, it seems that Bitcoin goes up, and when it goes down, it seems it's kind of following a bit the same trajectory. So we'll see.
The only reason I started looking at oil is because it looked to me like, Bitcoin was following oil.
Yeah.
But it's like everything is following the same pattern.
Yeah, for a short period of time, and then it's another asset being paired with another one. So it never stays static.
Yeah, it never
It's
goes
always
up in the
yeah.
same magnitude, but it feels like it goes in the same direction at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this chart, I've been this chart. I drew this chart a month ago or a few months ago, I believe. So I monitored this one. I think when I draw the chart, I think it was here in this area. Then, as expected, it bounced on the circle, and it hit resistance here, and then bounced back on the square edge, and then we're going to hit resistance with the circle. So I have strong confidence that the circle is legit and will present some resistance.
Okay. No, so we'll trade safe around 8K.
Yep.
No, it's a nice chart though. I've been following it for a couple of weeks in our chat group, and it's really nice.
Yeah. I like a lot this setup. So you see three circles, you have your pentagon, and then you have the square. So essentially, you have 3, 4, and 5 being represented. Here you have a equilateral triangle in the middle. In fact, you have both triangle. There's another one here in
Okay.
the Vesica spices. So
Okay. No, it's interesting to see the 3, 4, 5 setup you have there.
mhm.
And that's all in one circle, so it's actually a 1, 3, 4, 5 setup.
Yeah, exactly. And let me try this thing here, and that's something new, totally experimental. That's a perfect square.
Yeah.
And I just overlay it on. I use this circle as my reference point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it seems that we're hitting. We have confluence on the resistance here. If we take the square edges as potential support and resistance.
Okay, that's an
Um,
interesting new shape you have there.
yeah, but this one is totally experimental, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But I'm testing it right now in different configuration, different mode, and etc. etc.
Well, if I just look at the confluence to the pattern that's already there for Bitcoin, it's actually going to work if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I enjoy your sacred geometry charts quite a bit. It's really refreshing and different, but very, very, very precise sometimes in terms of pointing out huge resistance. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah, basically the way it works is it presents to you potential resistance and support, and and regardless where, in fact, it's really relative to where the price is. So once like the candle is near a line, then you can predict with very good probability that this will act as a resistance or maybe a support, depending on where the price is moving. But it's to me, it gives me a lot of assurance over time, because the first thing you want to know is my pattern is legit or not, and the way to know it is by looking at the confluences. So as much as you, the greater you have confluences, the better the assurance and the setup will be. So in terms of accuracy.
Okay.
So yeah, this one you see here, the circle, I mean, act as a massive resistance. And also this line was a downtrend line, and also the circle. So it kind of followed the circle geometry in that move, in
Yeah.
this move too. The only thing that this chart was not showing was this drop. But if you look at the intersection of circles, I just put my mouse. So do you see the horizontal line?
Yes.
So many times it match with a pivot. So this is kind of a new, like the first pivot, second pivot, third pivot. You see it's pretty nailed the low here.
Yeah.
Now this is kind of, and also the midline are also good. So this one is another pivot, and this one is right on the money.
Yeah.
This pivot line.
Yeah.
So I expect this at this point here. Maybe we're gonna have a turnaround,
Yeah.
depending where it will be, and this will be another pivot, of
Yeah.
course. So the geometry is showing a lot of dimension
Yeah.
that you have to find. It's not obvious, but you have to play with it and explore it yourself.
No,
So
it's really interesting. I've been chatting to some people who really love the indicators, and they laugh at the charts we draw. But yeah, it's an easy way, in my opinion, to look at the geometry rather than to do so many calculations and scripts
yeah,
and
exactly, and
whatever
it's
else. And then indicators are also just as reliable sometimes as not watching at all,
yeah.
because it also misses things. So yes, I think the geometry is just another way to look at it, but it's sometimes much more indicative of exactly where the resistance is going to be. Not that
Mhm.
it's bullish or bearish just only, but exactly to what level you can trade.
Yeah, and this is just another is the same pattern. And what you can do by using the circle, you can you can interlock them, and you can move backward or forward.
Yeah,
So it's a way to backtest also your setup, if it's legit or not. So if I do this like that, oops, sorry, this one. So that was like the previous one.
yeah,
So you can see here it's a totally different view, but still you can see a lot of confluences in this setup. So here the circle act as a massive resistance, so the price was not really able to penetrate it. And then the square, you can see the direction. So this kind of hinting about the uptrend channel. Then here, this is your again that triangle hedge act as a resistance, and then the square hedge, I mean, show the way to where it was going, and then it drop and bounce on the circle, so it act here as a support, then resistance, bang, here support, uh, resistance, so on and so on, so on and so on. So I mean, that's the beauty of it. So you can predict well in advance what will happen. So you cannot necessarily predict where the candle will go, but you can predict where are the support resistance levels, etc., etc. So you
Oh,
just
well,
need to think.
if you
Yeah,
see the market dropping, you know where to put a low buy order in.
exactly. So you know when when it's time to buy instead of catching a falling knife and burn yourself. So you
Yeah.
know exactly when will be the right bottom to buy, and then you can be surgical and maximize your profits. So
Yeah, because I mean, it literally, you know, when you have a wick like that, it stays there for a couple of seconds and then it's gone.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, exactly.
so if you
Yeah.
didn't have a preset buy order, you pretty much don't catch it at all.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
then you keep on chasing the wick. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for me that will be the that's why I'm trying to figure out the best way to automatize this with a bot, etc., etc. But there's a long way to go before I make it happen. But potentially in the future, it will be easier. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
well, we see the good development going on growth charting, and you know, one of these
Hmm.
days you will be able to just trade on these shapes.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to go charting, you know, being so much more user friendly and quick to do charts like this.
Yeah, exactly. So this took me like I can do it in less than 1 minute. I mean, that's the beauty of it. And if I was trying to do this in TradingView, forget it. I mean, that will take me a lot of time, and it will be in. I will see imperfection, etc., because of the misalignment of the shapes and the way the canvas is done in
Yeah.
TradingView. So I way much prefer this way of using complex setup,
Okay.
and it speed up the process a lot. So that's good.
No. That's thanks for sharing your view on Bitcoin. We are hoping to see 8K soon then.
Yep. And the beauty is that you can zoom as much as you want and have a clear, perfect view of what's going on. So that's the beauty of knowing all to square and lock your charts.
Yes, that's nice. I wanted to share you something. You know what? I'm just going to share you from my profile from my published charts. I just want to show you this one. Why I say I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Um, I've been following this pattern for quite a while, and I've back tested it now for 3 years, and I haven't been trading that long. You know, I've just recently started trading, but I like this pattern, and you can see whenever it slopes up and it connects with one of these orange lines, it kind of pushes it up, you know, quite a bit until it reaches a green area. It kind of acts as a resistance here. And, you know, you could kind of see it everywhere, but especially when it reaches this angle. Now, we're very close to this angle here. If I'm going to zoom in for you a bit, and
Mhm.
hit play.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty nice the effect it makes and
Now this is
the
it's just another Gann box, just highlighting certain of the lines, not all the lines, because this one is dividing it in 8 and in 3. So you see, so what happened yesterday, it started going up here, you know, and it's literally climbing
yeah.
it, and what I've been told is this black areas that looks kind of like a knight's emblem, okay? It's got very little
Hmm. Hmm.
resistance. So if you have this orange resistance on the side, and it it pushes up against it, I expect no real resistance until we get here to about 8.3. So,
Hmm.
you know, I've got similar confluence. Now, if it dumps into this area, I'm scared it's gonna, you know, also dump quite a bit. Yeah, back to 7 before it will go up again. But even when it
Mm.
goes up, I think it might reach areas in the order of 12K. Yeah, that's just me being super optimistic as always, But for the moment, let's just bargain on getting to 8.3. I have, yeah.
Mm.
But you've got a
Okay,
big
okay.
resistance at 8. But yeah, as I say, I think we might get
Yeah.
up to 8.3 perhaps, and
Mm.
then bounce downwards. But that's my view for the moment on Bitcoin. Positive
Mm.
about it. I think not everybody is positive about it, but that's me.
Mm. Yeah, I think the general sentiment is 8K, but it obviously can overshoot to 8, 8,300 or something like that. So
Yes, that's what I have.
it's put
More or less.
yeah, it's potent yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So yes, I'm hoping for that. And yeah, obviously when Bitcoin goes up, all the other altcoins has got quite a nice play. So I love that. Yeah, and even when Bitcoin goes down, I love playing Seal, as you know. But yeah, I'm not going to show you that. But I think we've spoken quite a bit already
Hmm.
to today. So yes, I thanks for the chat, Keops.
Yep. Let's talk next time on different chart. So
Yes.
today was great to talk to you again.
Okay. No, thanks, man, and be well and be safe and stay corona free.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay.
Likewise.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye
Bye.
bye.